Let's talk about care planning. Care planning is something you may not have heard of, but we talk about here at the office all the time. And care planning, in the way we see it, is in between doing your estate planning and your final expense planning or your funeral planning. And we feel like care planning is one of the most important things that you could ever do for not only yourself but also for your family. And care planning involves sitting down with your kids, talking about how you're going to be cared for later in life. It involves analyzing income situations, what your retirement income looks like, pension, Social Security. It also involves looking at what sort of public benefits you might be entitled to, if it's VA or if you have a long-term care insurance policy. We talk about maybe some chronic diseases that may run in the family, Alzheimer's, those types of things that we need to be aware of for down the road. So it's getting everything out on the table, throwing out the papers, mixing them up, getting everybody's input so that all thoughts are on the table. We don't want mom thinking that Sally's going to take care of her when Sally's got her own job and her own kids, and that's never been a thought she's entertained. So that's something that we want to talk about with the family as well. So care planning basically involves how can we plan for these care expenses later in life. Are we going to purchase long-term care insurance? Are we going to structure the estate in such a way that you can qualify for Medicaid down the road if you need to? Or are mom and dad adamant about receiving care at home? If they're adamant about receiving care at home, who's going to help with that? Are kids going to be involved? Are you going to hire a private care agency? So it can go as far as to helping families go tour facilities, understand what sort of care options are out there so that mom and dad, when the time comes, have already made those decisions. It's not something where mom and dad are kind of slipping mentally and with capacity and you're kind of second guessing what their real wants and wishes are. But it's a chance for us to sit down with the family early on where mom and dad are still really sharp and cognitive, get everybody's thoughts on paper, write it up so that you have something kind of like a manual and a roadmap to refer to, and then we've got a plan in place when that time comes.